Hey everyone, before this video gets started, if you're an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, really any major gig economy worker, and you want to get paid for benefits, sick time, and a whole bunch of other stuff, then click the link below to sign up for Cover. Cover is an incredible service that's basically being the missing link for Uber drivers and Lyft drivers that we've been looking for a super long time. If you get into an accident, or you get hospitalized, God forbid, or just you need a sick day, Cover will actually replace 80% of that income. So click the link down below and get 30 days free on us right now. Now let's get started on this video. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name's Greg. I hope you guys are doing good, staying safe, making money. I'm hearing a lot of reports that it's getting better and better for making money out there. Definitely, yeah, I'm still not playing around with it, but hey, good for you guys for hustling and doing whatever it takes. I can't wear a mask and drive. If you wear glasses, you understand that. It is literally the worst. All right, so what are we doing today? So Uber is being sued for allegedly failing to prevent women's sexual assault and misleading people about its safety record. This is hot off the press 23 hours ago. So we're gonna dive right into this crazy crap and see what kind of shady stuff Uber's up to these days. Before we get going, I want to remind you guys, check out Cover. The link is in the description. You get a free month on us. That's incentive enough to just do it and at least see why we're so hyped about it. Cover's freaking amazing. This will save you money. It will make you money. It will give you a peace of mind, a sense of security. Cover is going to bridge all the gaps that Uber and Lyft doesn't cover for us. That's why I'm so heavy on this. I don't want to harp on it any more than I already have, but I'm telling you guys, you have to get on Cover. It is the way to go. Super cheap. You get a free month on us. Enough said. All right. So Uber is being sued by a woman who alleges the company failed to prevent her sexual assault by a driver in 2018. The lawsuit accuses Uber of negligence and deceptive business practices for promoting safe rides, particularly to vulnerable women, despite having historically lax screening procedures for drivers. I don't honestly think I can disagree with any of that. I think they definitely have deceptive business practices. They definitely promote safe rides. And yeah, I agree with that. The lawsuit cites Uber's history of using forced arbitration and non-disclosure agreements to keep reports of sexual assault shrouded in secrecy. Oh boy. Last year, facing criticism over a rising number of allegations, Uber acknowledged that more than 6,000 US customers had filed sexual assault reports. I actually did not know it was that high. Holy crap. Yeah, that's wild. And that was in 2017 and 2018. Uber is being sued by a woman in New York who claimed the company's failure to properly vet drivers and monitor their interactions with passengers resulted in her sexual assault in 2010. I think that's the same woman. I didn't know if that was a different woman. They just decided to reiterate it. The woman who is not named in this lawsuit accused Uber of negligence and deceptive business practice. Okay, they're literally saying the same thing over and over again. Here we go. Despite being aware of a clear pattern of sexual assaults over the years and not taking steps to protect passengers. Despite providing minimal background checks and no oversight or monitoring of its drivers, Uber nonetheless affirmatively induces passengers, particularly young, unaccompanied, vulnerable women, to use its services with the false expectation of safety, the complaint alleges. Wow. In the lawsuit, which was filed Monday in the New York Supreme Court, the woman is seeking a trial by jury and compensatory and statutory damages from Uber for all physical and economic harm she suffered as a result of its negligence. Uber declined to comment on the pending litigation. The lawsuit cites Uber's track record of failing to prevent sexual assaults as well as its pre-2018 efforts to keep incidents shrouded in secrecy, through practices such as forcing customers to pursue sexual assault claims through independent arbitrations rather than in court, requiring survivors to sign NDAs, preventing them from speaking publicly and withholding data. That's actually insane. That is crazy. You're having them sign NDAs. It's like freaking Uber's borderline Jeffrey Epstein with some stuff. That might be a tad extreme, but Uber is facing similar lawsuits from more than 200 women in states, including Connecticut, Oregon, Washington, Massachusetts, and California. The company has faced intense criticism in past years following widespread allegations of sexual harassment by both employees and passengers. I never got around to doing this, but there was that one employee for Uber who actually wrote a book about her experience with sexual harassment in Uber and how it was like horrible. I may have done a video about her in the book at one point, I can't remember, but it was honestly just the stuff, I didn't even read the book, but just the stuff she was saying was horrible about how sexist they were. I mean, it was honestly just like disgusting to read. I can't even imagine the book and the details it has. So this is not new stuff for Uber. This is just the same old shady crap they've been doing for years. I didn't even know half of this. I didn't know that 6,000 people had claims. I didn't know about the NDAs. I mean, this is, God, this company, man. CNN reported in, I think I already read that. All right, the company has also come under fire for misrepresenting the strength of its background checks, agreeing to pay $28.5 million to settle a class action lawsuit in 2016 and stop referring to its checks as industry leading. God, they were calling checker background checks industry leading. But despite growing concerns over its safety measures, Uber still aggressively lobbied against stronger requirements for ride-hailing drivers. You know why? Because Uber is all about, in the words of the late, great Mr. Krabs, money, 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 money. That's the type of crap that's cheesy, and you guys will probably let me know. Although it constantly touts its safety, in reality, Uber knows that its historically lax screening procedures for its drivers has resulted in thousands of women being sexually assaulted by Uber drivers, the woman claimed in her lawsuit. Uber made a deliberate decision to adopt inadequate screening and safety monitoring in favor of profits at the risk of its customers, she said. God, that is heavy. I'm actually really shocked by a lot of that. I mean, I always thought it was bad. I mean, you guys have watched my videos. I definitely have never, I don't know how many times I've ever really been on Uber's side with like anything that happens with them, but that's way worse than I actually imagined. All of it is. Over 6,000 women, I mean, that's just sickening. And it's like the lady said, like, why does this happen? Because it really is because of their negligence. Like, it really is because they have crappy background checks. They have crappy everything, really. You know, I mean, it's like the best part of their service, you think about it, for people is probably the drivers that are decent. You know, probably the drivers that are just nice and caring and like go the extra mile for people. Like, that's the best feature Uber has to offer, is their drivers that they won't even claim as necessary for their business because they're a technology platform. God, this company, man. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's all sickening. The NDAs, that's one of the most horrible things I've ever heard them do. Like, I can't actually imagine, like, your business platform is causing women to get sexually assaulted and you want to brush it under the rug with a few NDAs and, like, God knows what else. I don't know. See, like, this is the stuff where I hear it, and I think back about this one ride I gave, where I gave a Lyft ride to a guy. Really nice guy, and he told me he was a driver too, so of course we're talking about driving. I asked him if he drives for both platforms, and he says no. And I was like, oh, well, I was like, do you just drive for Uber and take Lyft rides? Because I know a lot of people that do that. They'll drive for Uber, but they hate Uber so much as a business that they refuse to pay them. They will only like want to make money with them. So I assume that's what this guy's doing. He says, no. He's like, I only drive for Lyft and I only take Lyft rides. And I was like, that's really interesting. I was like, well, you know, Uber's generally like more money. He was like, I don't care. He's like, I've heard about the things they do as a company, and he's like, I will not support it. And I never really thought about that after that. I mean, at the time I thought, hey, good for you, man. Like, you're better than me. You know, I'm just like trying to make my money, you know? But it was funny because then, like, I feel like that was like 3 years ago. And each year as I drove, I'd come across stories like this or talk to passengers or in Lyft where I heard horrid stories. And I like kept thinking, I'm like, you know, maybe that guy was really onto something. Like, maybe he really like feels a lot better about himself for not supporting a company like that. And I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do. This is me just spitting thoughts out as they're there, you know. But it really makes you think, like, we are supporting a company like that, Uber. We are supporting a company, like, by driving for them. We do support. I mean, we put the decals on our car. We promote that, hey, we work for this company. We give rides for this company that's going to cover up sexual assaults. You know, and I don't want this to be a big guilt trip, because listen, of all times to, like, it's a tough time and we've got to make money now no matter what, you know? So, like, I don't want to make this like that. It definitely makes you think. And obviously that decision's up to you guys and not me. So I'm going to cut this video off here. Hope you found this video interesting. I almost don't want to say, did you like it? Definitely subscribe to the channel. I don't know why I just lifted up my screwdriver. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you all soon.